Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be another 3 looks with 3 palettes. I have 3 wonderful palettes here to share with you. 2 of them launched very recently, 1 is coming soon. We're gonna get into all of it. I'm gonna give you close-ups, swatches, 1 look with each palette in this video, and I do intend on doing additional looks on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. Some of those looks might have already been rolled out by the time this video goes up as well. But enough chit chat, let's just dive in and chat about the palettes that I'm gonna be talking about today. First is Beaute Bar's Spooky palette for the year. This is the Vamp palette. I'm so excited for this. This is one that I already know I've posted my Instagram and YouTube Shorts video on. It is so pretty. I am a sucker for red and purple together. It's one of my favorite combos. I love the sprinkles of blue. This is so pretty. So many beautiful multi-chromes and holochromes. This is stunning. By far, one of my favorite ones that Beaute Bar's done. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is so cool, and I'm just so excited for a new release from them. I believe when this video goes up, this has just launched the day before, so this should be available. Of course, I'll have all of the links to these palettes down below, and I also have affiliate codes with all 3 brands, actually. You can use my code BATTYBEAN to save on all 3 of these brand sites, but I'll have all that information in the description box for you as well. Next up is the Calavera Palette from Gourmande Girls. This is a tribute to her late grandparents, a Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead sort of vibe. I think it is so, so pretty. Now, this obviously isn't something that's part of like my heritage, my culture, but I can just feel the love that was poured into this palette. You can tell she just put so much of herself into this, and it is so cool to see. I think this is beautiful. I love all of these different fun pops of color. I love the different shimmers. These are the best shimmers this brand has ever done. They are so pretty. I'm astounded. I'm really, really impressed with this one. This one also launched fairly recently, and again, you can use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN to save, and again, everything will be linked down below. And last but not least is the one that is coming soon. This is the newest Nomad palette. This is the Chicago Speakeasy, and I am so stoked about this one. Now, a while back, they made a post kind of teasing when their next palette would be, and they did explicitly state that it wouldn't be a spooky themed palette, and I was kind of sad because their last 2 years of spooky palettes have been so good, but this is a really fun color story, and I think the theme is super, super cool. It's so pretty. I love this kind of like purple, pop of red, green, the warmth. It's really yummy. Honestly, I could see this being a really good holiday palette. I think it's so, so cool. This makes me want to visit Chicago. I think this color story is just so cool. So many really pretty sparkly iridescents are mixed in here. I love their formulas. They're just always so nice and easy to work with. This one will be launching on Tuesday, October 8th around 12:01 a.m. EST. And again, you can use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN to save. I will have all the info down below for you, but this one is such a treat. I'm so happy it's here in my hands, and I just can't wait to play more. But without further ado, let's hop in and actually create these looks, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end of the video. Okay, hello, hello. Let's get into these 3 looks. I am very excited. I think these are all gonna be so fun and so exciting, and it's funny because as I am filming this first look, I only physically have the first 2 palettes. I don't even know what the Nomad palette looks like yet. It hasn't been shipped out yet. Well, it's been shipped, but it's not with me yet. So that's a big mystery to me. But I'm very excited to dive into this first look. I think it's gonna be so fun. I have so many fun things to play with. It's gonna be so, so great. As far as my accessories today go, I'm not really wearing any jewelry. I do have this beanie. It was a gift though, so I don't know where it's from. Sorry. But look number 1's gonna be with the Vamp palette. I don't know, I kind of felt like, I mean, fangs would be better, but I don't know, the red lips was giving Vamp a little bit, so we're gonna play with the Vamp palette. I've already done 1 look with this over on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. It'll probably already be up by the time this video goes up. Actually, I'm certain it'll already be up by the time this video goes up. And I'm already loving it, and I'm so excited to dive in again. I really want to do a very deep red halo eye, like something very smoky and sultry, and only on the upper lid. I kind of want to leave the lower lash line blank with maybe just a bold white liner. I think that would be really cool, so that's my plan for today. For this look and all of these looks and every look ever, I'm gonna prime as always. I'm gonna use my cookie primer from Dede Signature. Just going to grab a little squirt of this, and I'm going to just slather this on my lids and blend it out, and we shall see what happens. I feel like this Vamp palette, like pictures online look really good, but seeing it in person really takes it to the next level. There are so many pretty shifts and sparkles in these shimmers. I'm really, really, really into it. Okay, so I want to start with the shade Drained, this nice dark red. I'm honestly gonna be using a lot of just like the top row. I feel like I mixed it up with the other shades for my other look, but I really am just feeling a red look today. I've been in the mood for red lately. I don't know what it is. It's just like speaking to me. But I'm gonna take my Sigma E24, and I do want this to be a little bit haloed, but mostly just very smoky. But I am gonna focus this shade just on the inner and outer part of my lid. That's already so pretty. And again, I'm gonna be leaving my lower lash line blank, so I'm just gonna tuck this really tight. This is so pigmented, I like barely tapped my brush in, wow. And I'm just gonna very lightly and softly just run my brush against the edges of that. I'll be using another brush to blend this out, another shade to blend it out, so I don't wanna take it up too far. But I just wanna kinda get the ball rolling and leaving that center a little bit blank for some other shades to kind of play around. I'm honestly already loving this. I just think this already looks so cool. And you know, I really do want this to be kind of a, like I do want it to be sultry smoky, but I also want it to be kind of like intentionally messy, like a little grungy, you know? I just think it'll be cool. I'm gonna take the bright red now, Immortality, to help blend that dark red out. I'm gonna use my Blend Bunny B5 brush. I'm gonna tap in just a little bit and I'm gonna knock it off because I don't want a ton of this shade actually, just a little bit. And literally right in my crease, against where the edge of that dark red is, that's kind of where I'll place this shade. Just to get a little bit of a blend, but I do want this to all, again, be kind of put right here. Like I don't want it blended up toward my eyebrow necessarily. I want a very precise smoky halo. I'm just kind of very lightly dragging this along that edge. I will take my initial first brush. I wiped it off so there's no additional product, but I'll just use that brush to help further create that blend. I think this is looking pretty cool, I must say. I want to deepen this just a smidge more before I go in with shimmer. So I'm going to start with the sparkly black. It's mostly just a matte black, but it has a little bit of like goldish, reddish sparkle in it. I'm going to use my Sigma E30 pencil brush. And really, I just want to put this right up against the lashes of the inner and outer. I just want to add a little bit of depth and dimension before I start going in with those shimmers. Nothing too crazy, kind of subtle, honestly. And then I'll just take that big brush that I used with the first shade just to help smudge and buff that out a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Very vampy. Okay, moving on to some shimmer now. I'm going to start with my NYX Glitter Primer because I use it with every shimmer ever. Also, why do I have sparkle all over my hands? What did I stick my hand into? I'm going to just tap some of this glitter primer right at the center of my lid, and then I'll kind of tap it out toward the sides, just so that my shimmer can pop really nicely and stay put. So I'm gonna be using these two shimmers, like this really dark plummy red and then this more vibrant red. I'm gonna start with the more like dark blackened plummy red, and I'm gonna put this on the inner and outer corners of my lid. Really, this is gonna cover a good majority of my lid. I just want that bright red to be a spotlight right in the center. I think it'll be very cool. Oh yeah, this is already looking very fun. I like it. I'll just kind of take and make sure the edges of that shimmer are blending in with my crease colors nicely. This is so fun. I just love makeup, dude. It's just such a good creative outlet. I love it. Taking that delicious bright metallic red, that is gonna go right in the center. Oh, yes. That brought it together so nicely. I'm just kind of tapping it all over the center. I want it to just kind of blend in with the other shades. I'll even grab a little bit more of the darker shade on a different finger, and I'll just kind of make sure everything is mushing and pressing together nicely. I seriously love everything about this. This is so fun. This is gonna be such an unbeatable look. I have a feeling. Went ahead and just threw my white eye pencil in. I don't wear a bright white eye pencil very often. It is jarring when you don't do it very often, but I think it's gonna be cool once like my mascara is on. I also need to highlight my inner corner. What am I even doing? I wanna use Skin of a Killer, Bella, obviously. So I was gonna say, I felt like the white waterline would complement my highlight shade, but I didn't even do that yet. I got ahead of myself. That is magical. And I feel like that does tie that white liner together really nicely, doesn't it? It's very, very fun. All right, mascara is on. I used my Beaute Bar Lush Lash Mascara. And now for lips, I think I will start with my Bad Blood pencil from Unearthly. I'll just do a little bit of a line and fill in. I don't really know what I want today, actually. But you know, I don't feel like this is the right red. I need a darker red. Do I even have a darker red? I do have a darker red. This is from Blend Bunny. This came out with like the Dollhouse collection, I believe. Maybe with the All Done Up, something like that. It's a nice dark red. I don't remember the name of it, but it doesn't exist anymore anyway. If for some reason it does, I'll have it in the description box, but yeah. It's a good one. That's better. That's more of what I wanted. Just like a nice dark, deep red. I didn't want like a bright red. You know, I kind of want to pair one of my Blend Bunny liquid lips with this. Maybe the brown could be cool. Hold please. Yeah, I have this one, Runaway. I think that could be kind of fun, like a little brown red combo. Let's just see. Oh yeah. I like that. I feel like the combination of the two made such a good color. Here is look number 1 complete. I love this. I think it came out so pretty. It's exactly what I was envisioning. I love these different reds. The different metallics are so sparkly and so pretty. Like, you can see the sparkle glistening. That is so good. I love the bright white waterline. I feel like it adds such a cool contrast to the overall look. Love this lip color. I feel like it suits it perfectly. I'm a big fan of this look. I'm a big fan of this palette. I'm having so much fun. But let's dive in now to look number 2. I think it's gonna be very different than this look. Moving on now to look number 2. As far as my accessories go, I think this choker is Shop Set & Co. And then this is a Neff brand beanie. There are some very bright, vibrant colors in this palette, so this beanie just seemed called for. I'm gonna be using the Calavera palette from Gourmande Girls. I'm quite excited. It is so pretty. I love all these different colors, and these shimmers look just so pretty and shifty. Like, look at how this one looks when it like reflects the light. Oh, it's so good. But today I really want to play with some of the like purples. Like, I'm dying to use this dark, like murky purple with maybe some periwinkle. I love the look of this shimmer. This is the shade that obviously kind of inspired my beanie. So I want to do kind of a purple vibe with a pop of this neon. I think it'll be fun. So let's do it. Again, I'm just going to get my eyes primed with my Dede Signature Cookie Primer. I'm just gonna smear this on and we will get started. I wanna start with the shade Celebration. I'm gonna use this Sigma E38 brush, and I'm just going to start going really back and forth from inner to outer corner. Just wanna get a bit of this shade laid down before I start going in with the darker purple and the shimmer and all that good stuff. I love a periwinkle shade. I'm such a sucker for it. It's one of my favorite colors. It's just so freaking cute. And I really like it against the color of this beanie. So it's gonna be such a different vibe from look number 1. I'm taking this a bit on that lower lash line as well. Just a very blown out, smoky sort of vibe. Now that I have a little bit of a base laid down, I wanna go on with Antonio now. I'm gonna use my Sigma E24 brush, and I'm going to pack this all over the outer half of my lid. And I want it to just fade into that periwinkle. Give us a fun gradient with this like muted purple periwinkle combo. I'm already loving that. That's so pretty. Yes, 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 please and thank you. I'm gonna tuck some of this against that lower lash line as well. I'm really, really liking this. I got a good feeling. Take a little bit more of Celebration and just make sure that blend is blending. But these shades are all working so, so beautifully. I'm already very impressed. Moving on to some shimmer now. I'm going to, of course, take my NYX Glitter Primer again. And I am just gonna use my finger again. I'm just going to put a little bloop of this across my lid. So I want to do mostly Unity, but I do want a little bit of this Obrenda shade. I think that would be a really cool combo. So let's do it. So taking Unity. That is everything. That is such a good color. So this is gonna go on the outer half of the lid and just really blend into, wow, those mattes that I have going on. This is actually outstanding. Not that I'm surprised. I feel like I had a good feeling about this palette going into it, but wow, I'm very impressed. I'm gonna take a little bit of that marbled Operenda shade, and I'm going to pop this on the front half of the lid. Holy moly. I'm like at a loss for words. These shimmers are incredible. I think these are some of the best shimmers Gourmande Girls has ever done. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is incredible. I'm actually having the time of my life right now. I thought look number 1 was gonna be a shoo-in to win this video, but I don't know. I'm really, really impressed with these shimmers. Man, the next palette ranking I do is gonna be real tough. I literally just did one, so I'm not doing one necessarily anytime soon, but I can already see it now. Brands are just coming out with such good stuff. It's tough. I do think I want a little bit more smokiness on the lower lash line. So I think I'm gonna take Muerte and pop it a little bit on that outer corner. I'm just gonna use this E30 pencil brush from Sigma, just a tiny bit, and just that very outer corner of that lower lash line, just for a smidgen of moodiness, you know? You know, you get it. And I'll just blend a little bit more of those purples on that lower lash line just to add a little bit more to it. I love this, but I think we need that little pop of neon. I think it'll be cool. So I'm gonna take the shade Vita and pop that in the inner corner. Sometimes a matte inner corner is a moment. I am a sparkle kind of girl, but sometimes just like a fun matte inner corner is the way to go. This is an Unearthly Cosmetics 8-5. I'm just very lightly gonna kind of dust some of this in that inner corner. I already love it. And I'm just gonna super, super slowly and lightly build this up until it's like the level of saturation I want. I still want it to kind of blend out as well. I don't want it to just look like a blob. So just very lightly building and blending. It's a really, really fun splash, a really nice pop of contrast. Super, super cute. All right, threw in my eye pencil. I went with Prance from ColourPop. I just, you know, felt like it fit the vibe. And then I threw on my mascara again, the Lush Lash from Beaute Bar. For lips, I was kind of thinking maybe Mercury Wave from Kaleidos could be cool. It's kind of like a grayish purple, and I felt like it kind of went with that muted, darker purple that I incorporated into the look. So let's find out. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. I already like that. I really like this combination of like these cooler tone purples and periwinkles with the bright neon. It's a really good combo. This is such a good choice. That's really cute. Look number 2 is complete. I really, really like this. Like, I was so obsessed with look number 1, but I don't know. I love this. It's very fun. It's playful. It's kind of weird, and I love it. It's just gorgeous, and I cannot get over these shimmers. So unreal. Like, this is a good palette. I'm very, very excited to keep playing with it because this is my first time playing with it. With the Vamp, I'd already played with it once, but this was my first time. I do plan on obviously doing another look on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, but I'm very, very excited by it. I think it is so, so pretty. I love this. I love this so much. But let's move on now to look number 3. All right, hello. Let's get into look number 3. I have the Nomad palette now, obviously, the Chicago, and I'm so excited. This is such a pretty color story. I'm very pumped to dive in. I think it's really cool. Definitely want to play with some of these purples, maybe a little pop of green. I think that'll be fun. So let's dive into it. Oh, but I guess before I do, not that I have crazy accessories on, but these are just like little Primark earrings and Amazon plugs. So yeah, I'm gonna prime again with my Dede Signature Cookie Primer. Just gonna start blending this out. I think I'm gonna start with the Drifter just to get a little bit of a base going before I go in with the darker purples. I'm gonna use my Sigma E45 and I'm just gonna go from inner to outer corner. I think I want just a very blown out smoky look for this. I think that'll be really cool. So let's give it a whirl. I'll take this a little on that lower lash line too, but just in the outer half because I want to save the inner portion for maybe a pop of green. I think that could be fun. I'm gonna go in now with Knock and Speakeasy. Gonna use my Sigma E27 and I'm just going to start popping this. I mean, kind of all over the lid, but really just like that very upper part of the lid deep in the crease is where I mostly want this shade. If it covers all the lid, cool. If it doesn't, also cool. I'll be adding a darker shade all over the lid anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But again, just going a little back and forth windshield wiper motions, just getting that shape kind of laid down. And again, I'll pop a little of this in that very outer corner of that lower lash line and make sure that connects in that outer corner. And I'll go through with a little bit of that first shade again, just to keep that blend going. I want to take Blind Pig now and just add a little bit more blend in that crease itself before I go in with that darkest shade. This is my Singe E02. I'm just going to take and pop this right above that current darkest shade that I have, just to keep that purple flowing. These are all performing beautifully. I do like a dusty purple. I think it's fun. I'll just re-intensify with that darker shade, just a smidgen before we really deepen it up. For my final matte shade, I'm gonna take Capone right there. Just gonna use the Sigma E34, and I'm just going to tap this on the main base of my lid and let this blend up into everything else. And I am gonna be topping shimmer all over everything. Obviously, I just simply can't not. I am not an all matte kind of person. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's just not my thing. I like shimmer, so I will be topping shimmer all over it. I just want this nice dark base to kind of be a starting point for that shimmer to lay on top of. I think that's looking pretty cool, I must say. And obviously if you like an all matte look, you could leave it like this, but obviously we're gonna keep going. All right, so I have my eyes on Aviation big time. I'm just gonna grab some of that on my finger. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just going to lightly press this across my lid. Oh, that is so pretty. I just love shimmer, and these are so sparkly, iridescent. Oh, that's delicious. Oh my gosh, so many colorful sparkles are popping through. This is so pretty. I do think I want to continue on with that pop of green. So I'm gonna start with the matte, the Green Mill. Just gonna use my little Sigma E42, maybe knock a little off, it's a lot of product. And I'm just gonna lightly pop some of this in that front little pocket of that lower lash line. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. And then just because I'm crazy, I might top a little South Side on top of that, just for a little extra shimmer. You know, I'm just gonna use that same brush and just very lightly dust it over what I just did, just to bring in a little more bling. And then for the very inner corner, I'm thinking this Gin Ricky shade would be very cute. So let's just have a look-see. Oh, that's a pretty shift. I like that. I like that a lot. Threw in my eye pencil. I went with the green chrome one from the NYX and Beetlejuice collection. I just felt like the shifty green kind of went with that lower lash line nicely. Threw in my Beaute Bar Lush Lash Mascara. And then for lips, I know I did a muted purple for look number 2, but I'm kind of thinking another purple for this look would just be so cool. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is Angela from Unearthly Cosmetics. Let's just give it a whirl. I really like this color. It's so pretty. This is such a good color. Here is look number 3 complete. I love how it came out. I love the purple green combo. I never get sick of a purple green combo. I just think it's so good. I love the sparkles that are happening. This is just such a pretty look. I'm very, very pleased with it. But I guess let's go ahead and zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far on these 3 palettes. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun just playing with these palettes, creating these looks. I feel like all 3 looks were such different vibes. I would love to hear which look was your favorite. I think I might have to give it to the look I did with the Calavera palette. I just felt so pretty in it and I'm just so impressed with those shimmers, but really, I feel like all 3 of the looks were such winners. I had 0 issues with blending or just expressing my creativity. It was all just a fun time. So I would love to know what your favorite was. And just a quick overview on the palettes again. The Vamp from Beaute Bar is just so pretty. I love the combination of these reds, the muted blues, the pops of purple. It is just so good. These shimmers are insane. I just love this brand. I love this brand with my entire soul. The Calavera palette was such a happy, not surprise, because I don't dislike Gourmande Girls palettes. If anything, a lot of their palettes I really, really love, especially the ones that Doodles by the Bunny helps to create the packaging for. I don't know what it is. I just have such a bias for it, so this one included. This one just impressed me a little bit more than usual. I don't know what it is. I just think it's so fun. I love the way these colors all play together. I feel like this color story makes it really easy to create unique color combos. I really, really, really enjoy the shimmers that are in here. I'm a big fan of this one. I'm really attracted to this shade. This shade's gonna be featured soon. It's gotta happen. And last but not least, the upcoming Nomad Chicago Speakeasy. This is so cute. Oh, I just love these colors. I think these iridescents all in the center are so pretty. They just give such a nice glimmer and whimsy to your looks. I think these colors just play off of each other really well. I feel like we have a really good balance of light and dark. We have a good balance of cool and warm. It's funky, but also really beautiful. I, again, think this would be a great holiday palette. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I would love to hear your thoughts though. What are you thinking? Did you already pick up anything? Do you want to pick up anything? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, out of these 3 palettes, pick your favorite and leave emojis to represent that palette. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. Also, if you want to, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here, and you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.